Education, the modern form of slavery. Literacy is the most important criteria when we gauge a nation's success. But it is logical to say that literacy alone is not enough. A person is labeled literate only when he/she has the ability to read and write in a certain language. So literacy evolved into education, which is a tool to make a person proficient for future growth. But there is a big difference in being educated and being knowledgeable. Education is simply a base where it is left for the student to build his knowledge upon. Knowledge is not hostage to education, since knowledge encompasses things we study both inside and outside of a mainstream classroom. That is what might be going wrong. Education has become another brick in the wall, a form of modern slavery. No two human beings are the same. We are not machine men with machine minds. Aptitude varies from person to person, and most of the times your IQ does not determine what you might be fit for. So we have ended up in a generation full of people doing things they are not passionate about. In India, the majority become engineers first and then think about what they would like to do in life. How would you like to operate a machine made by a slaved, disgruntled engineer, or go under the knife of a doctor who does not really love the job but the money? If you do not involve yourself in something that you love, then you will never excel at it. Call it parental pressure or societal pressure that most of us get pushed into something just because it is a safe means to fill our stomach. Ordinary never makes perfect, it only does when there is the will and aspiration to be perfect. And when you do something you never loved, then obviously you will never be happy, which was supposed to be the whole point of education. For the few of us who really want to be in research labs or any other kind of job which requires concrete education, it is imperative to study everything that is being thrown at you. But for most of us, have you ever thought about how parabolas on a graph, or the mitochondria in a cell, or the benzene ring in alkalis, or whatever will ever come to use? We absolutely have no idea, yet we study about it. I do think that you can only know what you would like to do when you are aware of all the streets in life. But in graduation days, I do think that simple basic knowledge of mathematics is more than enough to get a grade point average of over 8. I have no idea why I gave the chemistry part of almost all engineering entrance exams. Physics and maths was enough. That is the paradox here. We are forced to learn facts and devote precious brain capacity on things that seem futile in the future. How I relate slavery to education is very simple. Love it or hate it, the world has a capitalistic mind, few controlling many. And like slavery started with the aim to create a workforce, we are being raised in the same way. Acting like bullets in an ammunition factory to be unleashed on nothing more than a paper target. Most of the bullets get wasted, few hit the mark, but the ruling general always ensures victory. We just become empty cases or shells. Without a population to man the machines, nobody is going to get rich. Socialist communism is just an idea borderlining a figment of the imagination. That is why we have ended up as cannon fodder for the rich and affluent. Education makes sure that most of us fall into the grips of an elitist framework of development and prosperity. Only a handful leak out of the system, but it does not take long before those few turn around and try to be a part of this elite group of masters controlling the system that they themselves tried to escape from. Education has ensured that in some way the old system of slavery is being imposed in a new box. It has ensured that we only learn how something works but not why it works that way. We do not question because we do not know why we should. Living between paychecks and falling into the same consumerist jaws that we help maintain every day through our hard labor and sweat. Education only tells us how to fuel someone else's dreams. Knowledge and consciousness makes you question the whole dream itself. And that is dangerous for the elite. They hate revolution of any kind because when defiance becomes a movement, heads fall to the ground just like the Renaissance. We need radical reforms. A world where it is not weird to choose robotics in collaboration with art. Combining science with philosophy, medicine with sociology, economics with humanities. This factory that churns out dolls without a mind of their own, without spirit and passion, has to be burnt to the ground. Humans have become parasites and we are feeding of the earth and also each other. Look around you, open your eyes and look at the destruction we have engineered all around us. We don't need no education, no false control, all in all it's just another brick in the wall. This is controversialism.